about rural development. You might have heard about rural development, or have you heard this term rural development? What do you mean by rural development? Or rural area means what? Rural area means what? Grishma, can you tell? Yes, we are pointing out which area?
Villages.
Villages we are pointing. Okay. Now, when we talk about rural development, or if we see that, or if we wanted to tell that, okay, this area is developed, or this particular village is developed, what all criteria we use for that? Anila, can you tell? To tell or to talk about one village, or we are telling that this area is a developed one, this village area is developed, by seeing what we can say that this particular area is developed?
The people living in there, the houses and
Their houses. Other than that, people, that is about the population of that particular village. Other than that, this area is developed. One, our economy is developed, right? So by what all things we will see
what
to
kind
tell
of work people do.
what kind of work people are doing. Then Hannah, can you say?
The facilities over there.
The facilities, what kind of facilities you are telling?
Education and then
What is it?
health,
Health facilities, okay. Then
and then the education of people.
the education of the people, okay. Aparna, can you tell if a village is developed, what all things we will see to tell that this village is developed? Education, health, okay. Other than that, anything comes to your mind?
Ma'am, the literacy level.
Literacy level, health. Other than that,
Ma'am, the poverty.
poverty level, whether it is reduced or not, okay. Anything else? See,
Level of people.
income level of the people, okay. Income level, whether it is high or not, or if it is if it is high, in the sense people are having a very good life, poverty is very less. Other than that, to see the development, you compare India and US, what difference you can see other than income, education, health and all?
Infrastructure.
Yes, very good. Infrastructure, okay. What all comes under infrastructure when we talk about villages and all? What will come? Amal, can you say? Amal Raj? Infrastructure. What all things will come under infrastructure? Amal Raj. Nothing is there in the textbook. Yes. No. You don't know. Okay, fine. Anjo?
Sport facilities.
What is it? I didn't hear. Tell. Let it be wrong, no problem.
Transport facilities.
Transport facilities, very good. Okay, transport facility, when we talk, maybe the roads, bridges and all those things. If we have a developed one, if we have very good roads, we can say that, okay, that area is properly developed. Okay, so like this for rural development, another one, especially in the villages, whether all are having electricity connection, whether all are using the usage of, whether they are using stove, the gas connection, whether they have or not, okay, or whether they are depending on firewood. So these, by seeing all these things, we can say that whether a particular area, especially the village area, whether they are developed or not. Okay, so when we say about rural development, a lot of things are to be taken into consideration to see that whether a particular area is developed or not. Just 1 minute. Now, India's case, if you check, majority of these villages or rural India, what kind of occupation we can see? Majority of the people are involved in
Agriculture.
agriculture. Okay, so here, if you see the majority of the population in rural area, they are involved in cultivation, or their main job is farming. Okay, now what speciality they have given related to farming or the number of people who are depending on agriculture, it is about more than 2/3 of India's population. They are depending on agriculture for their livelihood. Okay, so majority of the India's population, their main occupation is cultivation. Now, so what happens if we are developing agriculture? What will happen? That will bring better income for home, the people, those who are involved in cultivation. Okay, so we always say that if we are developing agriculture, it will contribute to the betterment of the rural areas, or it will be helpful for the betterment of the people, those who are living or those who are earning an income from it. So this is what they talk about. Whenever we talk about rural development, we should concentrate on the development of agriculture, so that if we develop agriculture, that will earn or that will give more income to the people of our country, because majority of the population, they are depending on agriculture for their living. Now, what do you mean by rural development? Rural development, what is that? It's a continuous, comprehensive socio-economic process where we are all attempting to improve all the areas of rural life. So when we talk about rural development, what is that? It is not a once you do something, it will not get over. It's a continuous process through which we have to improve all the aspects of rural life. In the sense, we have to take care of the income of the people. I mean, better, it should be better. Then we have to take care of the cultivation. Farming should be developed. Roads should be developed. There should be all facilities so that the rural area in our country will be developed here. Okay. Now, it's a term where they are focusing mainly on the development of those areas which are lagging behind. You know that there are some villages in our country where they are lagging behind. There is, or we call that area as backward regions, where no facilities are available or very less facilities are available. Or we can say that development is not there in that particular region. Like that, many villages we have in our country. So what we have to do continuously, we have to take some action, some policies should be taken so that the areas of these backward regions should be developed. So it is a comprehensive term where we are focusing. There should be some action, some plan, some policies should be taken. For what purpose we should take those areas to be for the development? Why we should take these policies? Because they are lagging behind compared to the other areas. So village economy, we should give much important, or there should be a development of village economy. Then only this will contribute to the growth of our economy or development of our economy. Okay. Next one, it is related to what are the basic objectives of rural development. Okay, why we are opting for rural development, or why we should go for rural development. The first thing, we should increase the productivity of agriculture sector. Grishma, any problem? No.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. So first thing, if you see, increasing the productivity of agricultural sector, so that what happens when we are increasing the productivity, the income of the farmers, sorry, it's not farmers here, it's farmers will increase. Okay, you can write it as farmers. So the first thing, increasing the productivity of agriculture sector so that income of the farmers will increase. You know that as the productivity increases, they will be getting more production. So they will be able to sell that in the market and earn money. Otherwise, if less production is there, They will take that for their own consumption, and remaining for selling, there will be less. So to avoid or to increase, when we increase the productivity, what will happen? This will be helpful for increasing the income of the farmers here. Another one thing, alternative means of livelihood. What do you mean by alternative means of livelihood other than farming? Can you say some example? Anyone? Now, if I ask anyone, nobody will answer. Basil?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What do you mean by alternative means of livelihood? Main means of livelihood, I told that is agriculture. Now, here they are suggesting that some alternative means of livelihood should be there for the farmers. What do you mean by that? Hmm? You don't know. Ashish?
Yes, ma'am.
Ashish, yes. What do you mean by alternative means of livelihood? What is that? Alternative means of livelihood means what? Any idea?
Two or more source of income.
More sources of income. So here, what is the main source of income for people, those who are living in rural area?
Agriculture.
Agriculture. So here they are talking alternative means of livelihood. So what it can be? Can you tell one example other than cultivation? Okay. Irfan, do you know? No. Alternative. Any other method through which you can earn income? Karthik?
Service sector.
Service sector. Any example? That's what I'm asking. Can you tell any example related with agriculture? What we can do?
Livestock.
Livestock. Okay, cattle rearing, it can be. Otherwise, see, they are doing the cultivation. If they are starting one cold storage or anything like that, which they can store the things, or storage facilities. So if they start something like this, they will be able to earn more income, right? So what they are telling that we should promote something through that they should earn more and more income. So that dependency, too much of dependency on agriculture should be reduced here, because from agriculture, we are not able to earn more and more income. What is one reason? Can you tell why we are not able to earn much income from agriculture? What is the reason? One main reason, there is a reason mainly. What is that? Can you say?
Most of the agriculture is dependent on the rainfall. So if a disaster occurs,
Yeah, mainly we are depending on monsoons for the cultivation. That is one reason. Just think of the area of land. How is our farmers plots of land? What do you feel? All are having large acres of, large plots of land.
Small land holdings.
Yeah, small land holdings are there. Now, when we are working on like that, small plots we have all over India in the rural areas. Now, when we have small plots of land, the productivity from that particular land also will be very less. There is a reason for that, why we are having small plots of land, because of inheritance law, what we have in our country. It is that the father's property will be divided among the children. So if when one person's plot of land, it is divided among 4 or 5, what will happen? So it is becoming small. So when it is becoming small, what is happening? The dependency on small plots, it is there, and we are getting less amount of income from that. So what are they telling? That we have to generate some alternative means of livelihood. So what will happen? The dependency on the agriculture will be reduced here. Okay. Next one, education facilities, health facilities that should be promoted. Now, how it can be promoted among the people? Village people, they don't have much money with them. So who can help them in getting all these facilities?
Government.
Yeah, government can introduce some methods through which education will be promoted, health facilities will be provided to the people. So what are the basic objectives for this rural development? The first thing, productivity from the agriculture sector should be increased. Now, when productivity is increased, what will happen? The farmers will be able to earn more and more income. Next one, alternative means of livelihood. I told you example related to that, maybe they can start some cold storage, or they can rear the cattle so that the dependency on the agriculture sector will be reduced and they are able to earn more and more income from other sources. And the last one, the education facilities, health facilities that should be promoted so that the development can be achieved in the rural area. So these are the main objectives of rural development. Next one, yeah, main objectives I told that, which all area we have to taken care, infrastructure should be developed, public service, government service should be given, communication facilities to be given. These are all things to be built, and we expect the government to build this. And the facilities to improve, that is health facilities, education, and the living condition of the people. Living condition in the sense the facilities like sanitation, pure or safe drinking water, all these things facilities should be provided. Now, to generate, through what all ways we can bring development? By providing employment, maybe whatever they are producing, storage facilities should be given. Other economical activities, when we talk about economical activities, activities which gives you money. When you work, you are getting paid for it. So some sort of activities should be introduced so that they can earn more and more income. Now, which areas we should give importance for the rural development? Okay. So some few topics are given. The previous slide, what you saw, that was given in short. So in this, it is given in detail what all things we have to take or we have to introduce in our rural areas for the rural development. Now, development of human resource. You know that what are the two factors which are very important for human resource development? What are they? Aditya? Krishna? What are the two factors that are very important for human resource development? What are they? What happened, Grishma? Is there any problem in audio? Adi, can you tell? Switch on your video
Ma'am,
again. I can see.
education,
Yes, education. Then
health.
health. So two important factors that are capable of improving the human resources, which are they? Education and health. And I want everyone to switch on your video. Again, you have gone off. Yes. Okay, now here, when we talk about education, we are giving much stress to female literacy, especially the education of females, not only education, at the same time, skill development also. Literacy is important for everyone, Now, if you compare the literacy level of men and women, the literacy level of women, it is very low. So our government is giving much importance to the level of literacy of women, or they are giving importance to women empowerment. For that purpose, the stress is given on female literacy here, not only the education, at the same time, the skill development. Okay. Now, other one, I told that it is health, where when we talk about health, we have to take care of sanitation facilities also. It's not only that treating the disease or giving medicines, it's not only related to that. Especially, it is related to sanitation facilities, availability of drinking water, safe drinking water. So when we are taking care of these facilities, the human resources will be developed. Otherwise, the people may get health issues, or they may have some health issues. If the people are not skilled, they will not be able to earn much income. So that should be solved first. Next one, land reforms. You have studied about land reforms in the previous chapter, right? What all will come in that related to the land reforms? Karthik, can you tell?
Ma'am, land ceiling.
Land ceiling, okay, that is introduced in our country. A minimum, there is a ceiling on the ownership of land, okay. Then one more.
Abolition of zamindar
Yes,
system.
abolition of zamindari system. These two were introduced especially after independence for the improvement of farming in our country. So land reforms were introduced. At the same time, more and more land reforms is to be introduced for the betterment of the agriculture. Maybe when we talk about land reforms, we are talking about the technological reforms, what we are aiming for. The introduction of modern method of farming, or using technology in the farming, all those things will come. Now, sorry. Development of productive resources in each locality. Productive resources in the sense, those resources which will be helpful in more production and productive activities, those things should be developed in a particular locality. You know that in some area, maybe the winds are very strong. Wind is very strong. So what is the potential in that particular area? What can be set up there for getting, improving the productivity of that particular area? Aishwarya, yeah. What is that?
Windmills.
Windmills can be introduced or started or set up in that particular area, so that the electricity can be, or energy can be produced, electricity can be produced, so that area may be developed. So whatever potential is there in one particular locality, that should be used in a productive manner. So each and every area like that, some sort of potential will be there, that should be developed. Next one, infrastructure development. So this is what all things comes under infrastructure. When we talk about infrastructure, it is not only the transport facilities, various other things are coming, especially when we talk about village. You know, the main occupation is farming. So when we talk about farming, mainly it is related to irrigation. If without irrigation, the agriculture will not be developed at all. So we have to provide, we in the sense government should be taking care of all these facilities, maybe electricity, irrigation, credit, marketing, transport facilities, especially all those things, whatever is needed for the construction of a village, for the development of a village, all these things will come under this particular area. Construction of village roads should be there, feeder roads should be there. Then facilities for agricultural research and extension, information dissemination. In the sense, we have to spread the information related to the agriculture. So these all facilities, if we are taking care, then our rural areas will be developed. Now, what do you mean by credit in this? What do you mean by credit in this particular facility? Aditya?
Ma'am, providing money.
Providing, is it money? Is it money? Providing money only, but there is a particular term for that, right? What is that?
Loans.
Providing loans. Okay, now what is the speciality of these loans in rural areas? You know that most of these agriculturists, they depend upon whom for the loans and all. Sneha, can you tell?
Ma'am, like farmer loan will be there, right? Agricultural loan.
Yeah, but majority, if you think of our farmers, from where they take loans? Especially in the villages and all, remote villages. On whom they depend for getting the loans? Not on the bank. So what is the other way? You might have heard about loans given by some group of people, right?
Self-help group.
Who's that?
Self-help group.
Self-help group. Okay. Before that, self-help group is like, not like bank actually. Their interest rate is less. You know, our farmers, they take loans from a group of people where the interest rate is very high. You might have heard about it. Which group is that? No?
Ma'am, are they like that?
Term is not coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Anila, can you help her?
Ma'am, is it money lenders?
Yes, money lenders. Usually, what happens? They take from money lenders or landlords. Why do they depend on them? There is a reason. The small farmers, they may not have much land with them. So whenever if you're going to ask money from a bank, you have to give a collateral there. I mean, some property papers should be given to them, right? So when the farmers are not having, what will happen? They don't have anything with them, and banks, it will take a lot of time, lot of procedures are there. So they feel that it is better to take easily when they go, and if they are in need or emergency, they go and ask the landlord and they get the money easily. So because of that purpose, but one drawback is there. What is that drawback? What is the drawback of taking loan from a money lender or a landlord?
High interest.
Yes, interest rate will be very high and they will not be able to pay back afterwards. So that should be stopped here. So here, what are they telling? That credit facilities should be given to the farmers so that they can take the loans at a cheaper rates. When they are taking loans at a cheaper rate, what is that? They will be able to, whatever they are earning, a small amount only they have to pay, then remaining it is their money. Otherwise, what will happen when they are taking money from money lender? Majority, whatever they are learning, it is going to the money lender. Okay. Another one facility is marketing facility. Marketing facility in the sense, whatever they are producing, they should be able to sell that. So government, if they are making some arrangement for marketing, then it will be helpful for them to earn much or high income. Now, this is what in relation to this, you might have heard about MSP, minimum support price. So government takes things from the farmers at a price fixed by the government, and it will be helpful for the farmers so that after production, they can sell this to this at a minimum, at a good price, like that. Another one, construction of roads here. Village roads should be constructed. Feeder roads to nearby highways. What do you mean by feeder roads now? What is a feeder road? Feeder road in the sense what? You can just guess and tell otherwise. What it will be? Feeder roads. No one? Anila? Feeder roads. It is like supporting roads or the roads which are connecting, small roads which are connecting the villages to the highways, like that. Okay. Now, another one thing, agricultural research. This research is for what purpose now? Aishwarya, research is for what purpose?
If there is a research and if they could provide better information to the farmers, they could Choose the right
Information.
answer.
Research on
The type of agriculture they have to do there.
types of agriculture. Okay. Research on, you can say the seeds, you know, that some new kinds of seeds are developed. Some new kinds of things are developed mainly for supporting the cultivation. Okay, so that kind of research, if they do and give it to the farmers, it will be beneficial. And another one, information dissemination. There should, you might have heard that there are some centers where they tell them about the weather forecast, or if anything is to be done, the farmers can do, like satellite communication is there, with the help of that weather forecast is done. So all these things are helpful for the farmers for improving their cultivation. Next one, this you have learned in the previous chapter. There are some measures taken for removal of poverty, and so many measures like MGNREGA, Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana, like that. So many measures are taken to reduce the poverty among, especially among the rural area, because all these they have introduced in the rural area mainly through this programs. They wanted to give employment to the people. Okay, so when the income is improved, so what happens, the living conditions of the people also will be improved. So here poverty alleviation programs are there, where they give importance to the income of the people, so that their living conditions will be improved. At the same time, they are, how it is improved, because productive employment opportunities are provided to these people. Or according to the MGNREGA, you know that it is compulsory, they will be getting 100 days of employment. So when you are getting employment, you are able to earn income and you are able to improve your life. So these are some of the facilities to be provided. Now, so some or the other facilities should be provided to the people, those who are living in the rural areas. Why it should be done? All these things, whatever we discuss now, it's all for increasing the productivity of the people. Okay. Now, it's not necessary that we should give importance to only non-farm activities. We can give even facilities for improving the non-farm productive activities, such as food processing. One example, they have given food processing. Other than that, we can say that maybe people can be given loans to start some transportation service, or they can set up some shops in the village areas. I mean, loans can be provided for setting up small industries. Or we can say that especially in the villages and all, you know that where they have production like sugarcane and all, a small loan can be provided for them to start the jaggery production unit, like that. Many non-farm productive activities are there, so that can be promoted mainly to help the people. Another one, at the same time, they should take care of their health. They should go for education. They should have proper sanitation facilities. It is not that only the sanitation will be provided at the workplace. It should be there at home also. So all these things should be given a top priority. Then only our rural areas will develop. Okay. So main thing related to the health and health facilities and education facilities, it should be more affordable for them. It should be within their reach, or the one money what they are earning, they should be able to spend. But one more thing is there, you know that government is giving free education to the people, free health facilities are provided. At the same time, some sort of sanitation facilities are to be provided to the people, so that rural areas will be developing. Okay. Okay, then with this, I'm stopping. Let me take the attendance. Just 1 minute. Aditya,
Present, ma'am.
Anila,
Present, ma'am.
Anjo,
Present, ma'am.
Aparna, present, right?
Present, ma'am.
Atul absent. Basil, present. Femina,
Present, ma'am.
Anna,
Present, ma'am.
Karthik,
Present, ma'am.
Irfan, Pavitra.
Present, ma'am.
Irfan is present, right? Irfan, I will mark absent, okay? Sharath, absent. Shubham, present. Tomlin, absent. Hadi,
Present, ma'am.
Aishwarya,
Present, ma'am.
Amal Raj,
Present, ma'am.
Ashish, Elvina,
Present, ma'am.
Grishma,
Present, ma'am.
Sneha. Yes, present, right? Sneha, yes. Okay, then we'll continue in the next. One more period is there, so in that period we'll continue. Okay, bye then.